All right, I'm gonna throw that over there. You okay? You gonna go with mommy? All right, bye.
Yeah, I'll go. Okay, see ya.
I think we're good over there. T is low. Holy shit.
Hell yeah.
You ready to go bed?
How about now? Is T low?
Am I low or am I where I need to be?
What's up, Laser Beam?
It's all better.
Yeah, I got you redlining, so hopefully it's better.
Oh hell, we're in here screaming for them right now.
Big screamers.
I can turn my microphone.
No, don't touch it.
Too late.
There you go. I increase you even more.
Microphone.
When's the next fishing stream, Ernest? It's probably going to be in like 2 or 3 weeks.
Right now.
Yeah.
Right now, we're going.
Yeah, this
Get
technically
your shit.
is.
Let's go.
Technically is the next fishing stream. Let me take the heating pad off. Your boy is busted. Oof.
I am?
No, I'm busted. I gotta take the heating pad off.
One of them old man problems. Gotcha.
Bruh. The hurt. I think we got everything. YouTube is up. It's actually public right now, T. It's not unlisted.
Oh, yeah.
Not private.
Yeah.
Bro.
Check.
Yo, let's go. Hooksets are free. Alex and T episode 6. Cold Castin days Passin. What's up, everybody?
Oh, sweet. There it is. All right,
Yeah.
let's turn that down. All right.
Yo,
Oh, man.
before we get started, I gotta say it. Okay, everybody that was there this weekend, I'm sorry that y'all had to see that. But big shout out to Polar Bear, called Hank, my tournament director. Hank literally said out of his voice, he said, whatever one of your guys called me, it seemed like he knew what he was doing, and he was super professional and poised. Oh, I was like, Hank, I said my community is pretty dang dope. They're creepers like me, so they know what to do in situations like this. He was like, yeah, and then your wife called, and she was super strong. I was like, yep, she's a rock. And then we were talking when she came in the house, and I was like, Hank said you sound like a man. I said, you sound like. He was like, hold on, Alex, I didn't say all that. But yeah, big thanks out there, man. Thank y'all. Sounds good. CCKF Heiko, yeah. Heiko's this weekend, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it the 22nd? I don't know. Whenever Heiko is, it's Heiko. But I'll be out of town at the end of the month going to the Brian Latimer tournament. So I'll be streaming that. That's probably going to be my next time streaming on the water. I'm grounded right now.
Dang.
It's 22nd? Okay, yeah, 22nd. All right. T, how was your weekend? Because we saw some pictures.
No, I mean, I think before we get to that, because the people want to know, because they're just so damn nosy, your transition from on the water to in the water.
Oof.
Is there any way, just to go ahead and address the elephant in the room that we can, because what people may not know, and we mentioned this previously, is that you were a seminar speaker
for safety,
discussing safety. And I think maybe somebody had tested your credentials.
Oh, big facts. Big facts.
On social media. And they were like, who is this guy to tell us what he can and cannot do from a safety perspective? And like I had mentioned previously as well, you know, the easiest way to end up in last is by not putting safety first. I feel as though you rose to the occasion, and you said, I'm just going to show him.
No, that definitely was not the plan, brother. That was not the plan. Yo, as good as that intro sounded for it, that was not the plan. But
woke up.
Yeah,
said, I'm going to let the people know.
No, I mean, stream saw it. It was a series of bad decisions on my part. I was on the safe side of the lake, decided to cross unsafe water. Found out how unsafe that water was, tried to fix the situation, and said, I'm going to go back to safety through unsafe water. Unsafe plus unsafe did not equal safe. What's up, Playboy? Welcome back, brother. 92 months.
Tend to cancel out.
No, it's not like math. So, that led to my kayak drinking a shit ton of water. Yeah, and then it got unstable, and then your boy went to Alex in the water.
Dang, straight osmosis.
Yeah.
Right into the drink. Did you lose any gear?
Oh, we're not gonna talk about that. Just yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we lost a metric ton.
All right. Well, the thing about being sponsored, we'll make some phone calls. We'll drink some StarTron and a couple Doc Demons.
No StarTron. I just realized what that was. That's the blue fuel stuff you were talking about like 3 weeks ago or three episodes ago. No StarTron.
I put it in my hot tea in the morning, but probably explains the diarrhea. Gear is replaceable.
Big facts.
But yeah, so there you go.
Yeah.
And you had the NRS Crappy Pocket Edition.
Yep, the Chinook did what Chinook's supposed to do. Yeah, it was a good swim.
Popular ones.
I'll tell you one thing. It was a good damn swim. I tried to reflip that damn kayak twice, and it rolled back on its top twice. And I was like, "Yep, I ain't gonna be able to get this vehicle back up." So I left it and swam, and that swim was a swim.
Dang, yeah. All right, so that's just a quite literal lesson in safety for those that need to understand the reality of the situation, especially big water. Big water can be big risk. Have float plans, have people know where you're at. We had a live audience that was able to respond.
They're asking about what insurance. I have a Progressive PWC insurance. I have an adjuster coming out tomorrow for that. I sent the dispatcher a screen video shot, and they were on. Yeah, once I called 911 and I got them on the line for that county, they actually already knew. So, big shout out, Polar Bear. I do, because the lady on the line was already like, "Oh yeah, we understand the situation. Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm on the boat ramp." And she was like, "Okay, are you hurt? Do you need anything?" And I said, "No." She's like, "Do you want to send EMS?" I said, "No, I'm here. I'm talking. I'm walking around. No hypothermia. I'm not hypothermic." She said, "Okay." And I was like, "I'm probably going to need somebody to help me get my boat." And she was like, "Okay, we'll send somebody." Those people never came. If they came, it was probably an hour because I was there for about 30 or 45. By that time, my boat was recovered and brought back. So we're good. Appreciate you, Polar Bear.
Oh, yeah. Hypothermia. That's what's up.
Getting hypothermic.
Yeah. So that's, yeah, I mean, that's, it is what it is, right? I mean,
Yeah.
we love to joke around, and we will continue to do as such, but at the end of the day, the whole plan is to have fun, not to simulate Titanic rescues, you know what I mean? So we got to be able to, put a little thought into it. Everybody be aware of what's going on. If you can broadcast it live so that people can watch at the same time, feel free, but if you can't, it is, no content is worth it. And as many people come into our chats and will say stuff like, "How many subs for you to jump in the water?" You know what I mean? Like all that kind of stuff. For me, it's 5, but it's not worth it, right? So it just don't pull that into, you got to understand these things happen. It's not like it's impossible, but you can do things before it happens to make sure that you're increasing your chances of, still going home.
Yeah. Segueing from that, I did make 2 important calls. I called the tournament director, told him exactly where I was right before, probably like 2 minutes before I fell out the boat, and then I called the wife and told her, "Hey, I'm probably gonna go for a swim." So.
Hell yeah. All right.
Pretty good. But other than that, man, I mean, like insurance.
Up until that point, things were going well. So the insurance is coming out.
Yeah, the claim was posted like Sunday. Talked to a claim agent Monday, and talked to the adjuster on Tuesday, and the adjuster's going to be here tomorrow morning. He saw the video. He saw the list of things I lost, and he said, in his words, we're going to get you damn near everything back. So that's reassuring.
Hell yeah. So he's gonna go get scuba gear on and just go retrieve.
No,
That's
no,
awesome.
yeah, something like that. So yeah, for real. Really
Okay.
dope.
Now, without dropping numbers, is that plan, that addition to the plan, as far as like a monthly fee or whatever your fee, is it worth the investment?
Oh, hands down, right now. I think my yearly pay for my insurance is like $120, and my plan covers up to $10,000 in anything. So if the boat breaks, if I lose gear, however, whichever, 10,000 flat. Deductible depends on the accident, but 500 if it's I forgot, it's 500 for something else, but it's 250 for what I had, like the accidental. And normally what they do is take the deductible out of whatever money you're going to get back for your insurance claim. If you got to up it in the front, you'll also get it back. Either way, the money's coming out of the insurance claim.
All right. So everybody start scheduling an annual flip. No, dude, no.
Yeah, please don't do. Yeah, don't start insurance frauding, because I think that's why boats have it so bad now. I think with how everything is going. Because I was talking to a buddy about his boat insurance. He's only covered for $100 of equipment. So yeah,
It's like
that's
1.5 life jacket.
yeah, that's really bad. So
All right. So that's well, okay. So
Now-
you tested the water.
okay, yeah.
Go ahead.
I was going to say now your weekend, because you.
No,
Oh, we still got to talk about my tournament.
we're still things
Oh,
are
okay.
going okay. 'Cause
Oh,
I was
yeah.
At one point, I was lurking and you were in the lead.
Yeah, I was in first place until about 11 something. We found a stupid bite. We were running rock walls and wooden seawalls. We're running rock seawalls and wooden seawalls with a crankbait, and I thought they were identical fish. I caught a 16 and a half T. Then I cast two more times. I caught another 16 and a quarter. Then I caught another 16 and a quarter. I was like, there's no way this is an identical fish. Looked exactly the same. I didn't like look in the details. Looked exactly the same. I posted them, let it ride. They both got accepted. Game on. They both got accepted. It's not on me at that point.
Did you film the release?
Yeah, I filmed both of the releases. One was the Bing Bong Fish on TikTok. And then literally 3 casts after that, I caught that one. I actually did I did an actual video release on that one too. So there was no hacks, no cheats. Dumb fish maybe, no hacks, no cheats. So really, really funny.
We'll get the claim adjuster on that.
And then no, Polar Bear's not Patrick. So then after that, I started running docks with a shaky head, a super light shaky head, like a 1/8 shaky head with a peanut butter and jelly magic worm. And literally, as soon as it went from tight line into slack line and hits the bottom, you see the little jump of the line. I just jiggle it once, and you just see it jump again. So it was really fun. But yeah, I caught 4. One of them got denied because my pedal drive was covering the ID tag, so it got denied.
Oh my god.
Yo, you could see it said it was like 5.3 VT. You can see 5.3 bottom of the V and like some of the T. I was like, oh shit.
That's when you bust out the Sharpie and you write it on the back of your hand.
You can't write it on your hand. It has to be on identifier. Yo, what?
I'm not going to say what I'm thinking, but
Yeah.
I'm thinking a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Oh no, I messed up on that one. But with my 3 fish, I actually placed 10th. So it was a fun day. Other than the fiasco, but yeah, I was definitely on a nice little pattern. It was fun. Really fun.
Was there anybody around, like trying to like snipe a spot?
Yeah, it was like 7 of us out of that ramp, and then the route that I was fishing, there was about 4 of us. And when I caught the double back to I can't say back to back. When I caught those 2, Buddy Ryan, he got Angler of the Year 2 years ago. Really good dude. He was right behind me, but he didn't catch anything that day. He was struggling. He was running a shallow pattern.
Well, old Trying Ryan up to his
Oh,
trick.
trying Ryan, yeah. No, Ryan's pretty solid. It was funny because Stream thought he was heli angler because they both were in the same boat and they almost look alike from a distance. It was really funny.
All right, here we go. So what? So wait. So you're not.
What's up, Crowley?
So the next event is going to be at old Dick Russell Lake.
Yeah, my next event. For our local tournaments, though, our next tournament is going to be with Central Carolina Kayak Fishing on Hyco. That's the one that's on the border of Virginia and North Carolina. We'll talk about that because that's the tournament in May that I was trying to get you to go to. That's one of the lakes that's on it. I still have to send you. I still have to send you all the information. Don't even stress. And that's on Hyco. And then at the end of the month, the same club I was just in, which was Carolina Kayak Anglers, are going to be on Sharon Harris. That's like 20 minutes from the house, and that's when I'll be at Richard B. Russell in South Carolina.
Dickie B. Russell. So, okay, so that's like.
Dickie B. Russell. Stop calling it that.
So you're switching gears then, right? So this is going to be like. You're gonna. I mean, is there gonna be like prep? Like, do you get to like practice at all, or are you just running and gunning style?
So with the Brian Latimer tournaments, and I'm not taking anything away from any of the competitors there or the people that enjoy that. That's a fun tournament for me. I can go in on that day and have fun. It's to qualify for it. All you gotta do is get in the top 40 on any of his monthlies. And then you instantly qualify for the championship, which happens, around this time. And the range of anglers that go there, you can have somebody who's just learning how to pick up a rod, and you'll be going against somebody in a $80,000 bass boat, and that's the range of people that are going to be there. So take it how you may, just go out there and have fun. If somebody on the bass boat allows you to, come up on the bass boat and go fishing with them, more than welcome. If somebody has an extra kayak and somebody's only fishing the bank, bring them out, so on and so forth. But that tournament, in my opinion, is strictly fun. So I will be there for 4 days. He's doing a 4-day event. So the first 2 days of the 4-day event, it's going to be pretty much fishing with Brian. A group of all of us are going to be fishing with him. You could be in a boat, you can be on the bank. Anyway, he's going to do a little seminar, send us on our way, and we're going to fish an area. He's going to explain the area, what he's planning to do in the area, and things of that nature. So it's really like a community type of thing. Second day, same thing, but in a different area. And then third day is going to be his straight up fishing class where he sits down and they go over different things. Normally he kind of focuses on the body of water you're on, techniques you should use, things that you should look for, fishing from the bank, from a kayak, and from a boat, baits that normally work for that body of water, so on and so forth. And then Sunday, the final day, is the championship tournament day. So yeah, it's a 4-day event. So I'll be there for all 4 of those days. Special guest will be Mr. Seedeye. He's going to be driving down. He's going to be my camp buddy.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's going. This is Seedeye's. Dang, is this his second or third time? Seedeye's been made that trip. I really need to reciprocate and make that trip up to Ohio for him. So yeah, it's going to be fun. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just thinking like, dog. We're going to fucking travel. We're going to be fishing everywhere. I enjoyed. Last time he came down for the Native No Limit Big Bass tournament, and I mean, we were moving around. We were catching fish. They just weren't the right size. Like I caught 12 fish. I only had like maybe 1 or 2 that were of size. He was catching like 5, but they all were just like 1 inch too small to post. But nonetheless, we had fun. And then and then I think that'll round out the end of the month. In case IBS, no, we have 2 different tents. He just bought his own little independent cot-esque tent. I have a 2-person tent, so the farts. I mean, if his farts are that deadly and can you imagine an exterior fart that travels interior to your campsite? That'll be bad.
I hear them Ohio farts.
Yeah, those are. Yeah, I'm about to say that those are the northern wind boys.
Golly, a gale this way is a blowing. Yeah, okay. I'm with you.
Oh,
that'd be
man.
fun.
Yeah.
So you're plenty of photos. Get some video clips.
Yeah, we'll try to be stream the whole thing. If I'm not streaming, C-Die's going to be streaming, and yeah, it's going to be. I'm going to try to take as many photos as possible.
Here we go. Okay. Well, dang. So, yeah. So there's no opportunity to. Well, hold on. So if that's a little further south, I mean, it's negligible, but I mean, it's still. We're talking phases to some extent, right? So
oh man.
As our cold Castin days are passing, what that means is, especially from like a layer, if you were to horizontally, put some barriers across the country, like things will be happening in different rates, clearly, just due to the patterns, not just the weather trends. But we got our hour taken away from us this past Sunday, so everybody's
fast forward
nice
it.
and tired.
Fast forward, boys. How's the future feeling? That future hurt. Right future hurts.
So, is there any level of not, I won't say concern, because that's definitely not the word, but do you feel like there's a little bit of practical not advantage, but at least to like put into account that maybe some of those Dickey Russell Lake fish might have a kind of a different outset or mindset rather than some of the stuff that's close to where you're at now?
Oh, for sure, man. We just had that MLF tournament last weekend or the weekend before that. Guys fishing at Murray, and they found those fish were staging, like the big girls were staging and really close to finishing or getting close to that bedtime. So Dickey B. Russell right now is holding spotted bass, or Alabama spotted bass and largemouth, because it drinks from Hartwell and that whole Savannah River system. So those fish are going to be hot and ready on, well, they normally are hot and ready on rock. The Alabama bass really like rock and outside of grass to spawn. They don't really like to do what the largemouth do unless it's like man-made structure or gravel. They really like P-rock. So if they are, I can probably easily see them. It is a clear water lake. Hopefully, nothing changes with the weather. But yeah, it's seemingly going to be predictable. If they're on beds, they're going to be pretty easy to find. If they're staging, I could be able to scope them pretty well. And if they're still deep, doing what Alabama spot bass do, we'll do it like that. Another cool little tidbit. I even told C-Die about it. There was a Bassmaster Kayak Championship there like 3-4 years ago. And a lot of information is still out there. It happened on the beginning of the month of March. This will be at the end of the month of March, but you can take the information that they had at that point in time and try to put a guesstimation on it. Buddy Greg Blanchard, he came in 10th in that one. That's when he came from California to South Carolina. He came in 10th, and he was cranking. His strategy was cranking standing timber. And the guy who won it, his strategy was fishing culverts that were attached to cut off like ponds and lakes outside of riprap. And I'm pretty sure I already found that area. So I even told C-Die, I was like, once we're done talking and doing our seminar stuff on that first day, I'm probably going to pack up and make a big run over there just to see what they're doing, depending on what we find during the time the seminar's going on. But what's up, CBC? But that's the game plan. I'm hoping that they are staging more so than spawning. I know how to catch spawning fish very well, but I would rather not catch spawning fish. Not Mike Long style. Actual like fishing them out of their beds. I think I showed it last. Yeah, I think last year I showed it on the home lake. I could spot them, call them, and then cast them and pull them out. But yeah, I'm thoroughly excited. I think a lot of the tackle that I did lose, I'm going to have to like kind of think about in waves of buying tackle now. What's going to be beneficial for me at this point in time, so I don't blow my whole budget on trying to catch back up to my tackle. But only thing I can say that I lost that really, or tackle wise, is my terminal tackle. I still have literally anything that was in my black box. Nothing came out of there. So all my hard baits, most of my plastics are still here. but I need to go get some terminal tackles. So will be a plan because I'm gonna need some big hooks for. Oh, I already got some big hooks. I'm gonna need some finesse hooks for those bedding fish.
Any particular brands or styles are leading the charge for what might be added to the repertoire sooner than later?
Oh, D-bombs. CarolinaBasco.com D-bombs. That's the easiest betting bait ever, dog. Just go out there, well, you got to get kind of weird with it. You can throw the PB&J one if it's like dirty water, but just throw the orange the bomb right on them. They hate it. They hate it so much. It looks like a upside down bluegill to them or something. They just hate looking at that thing. Yeah, the orange D-bomb.
So you're talking the regular D-bomb or the junior?
It depends on what you're comfortable with. They both will work. I would personally say regular, because the bigger baits, the little guys, the little buck bass can only bite and pull and move it around. But the big girls will literally like hit it and like vacuum it and try to blow it out. Yeah, super bug if it's dirty. If it's like a normal stain, I would always say super bug or that PB&J one.
Dang. Okay. Yeah, I'll tell y'all a lesson I learned the hard way because we were throwing brush hogs.
Nico,
on a lot of beds.
Wolfram, do it Nico rigged. You'll be surprised.
Especially like the ones that are sitting on bed, like they know, like they're preoccupied, right? So they come down, and like especially if there's a lot of stuff hanging off, like they'll pick up a lure like on the outside edges of their flappers and stuff, and just pick them up and move them, and drop them off. Like get your ass out of here. If I tell you again, it won't be nice kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like they'll just get it, move it, and then they'll just head right back.
Yep.
And I got the teeth trails in the back end of like brush hogs from where they had it, and I didn't know it. That they were just grabbing it,
mouthing
it, like eating it. It's pretty. I mean, it's funny. I mean, it's frustrating. Don't get me wrong, but it's just kind of like you. Sir, you drop this and just go fucking let it go off into the distance, and then you're just kind of right back into it. So like having something compact that's got like a hook near the ass end of it, just so you're increasing your chances of that one that's just trying to like relocate it, but not trying to like inhale it.
Yep.
That's definitely a thing. I would say to not learn the hard way.
and I don't know. It's something about if you can actually see the fish, you can gauge its temperament really quick. If that top fin goes up and the head goes down, you know at that point in time they're not going to just pick it up. They're going to literally try to eat it and move it. So what I always do is if I don't see that correct temperament, I'm going to reset and try to keep getting it until I get the reaction that I know it should have. But that we could talk bed fishing all day. I don't want to do that. I want to tell them about. I can't even tell. We don't even know if they're going to be on bed when I get there. We can't even talk about it. This is all guesstimation.
They got to take a nap sometime.
True.
Well, so we're almost there, right? We're at that kind of. Not every predator fish in the spot, but especially the South. We're kind of they're kind of in the tail end of it, but like the Mid-Atlantic area. I mean, we're going to be biased just due to our geographical location, but a lot of the folks right smack dab in the middle of the country, they're going to have a pretty good ability to understand that as the transitionary stuff starts happening, as the weather warms up, at least around here, and we have more technology to tell us more about how these things work. Think about it like this: not every, like if you're targeting greenfish, because we're biased, we're going to talk about that a lot, obviously. Not every single one is going to move and stage and start at the exact same time.
Waves.
Right? It's not going to happen, and you have more of an option about how you want to, or what stage you want to target. Like if you find like you really want to look in a certain particular area, that's fine. And as these professional tournaments, because there was just a whole bunch of them in the past couple of weeks, like they all started kicking off.
Everybody kicking off.
Like you can tell, like they were saying, you can look for the ones that are chasing bait, the ones that are staging, the ones that are already shallow. Like it's just there's a lot of options that one can apply some of their tactics towards. If you got something you like, great. If you're trying to get better at something, great. If you really don't have any electronics and you're just trying to have a good day on the weekend, great. Like that's definitely possible for the next several weeks. Probably. That's a thing.
Let's talk about. So every time I listen to Bass Guys, I want to target my smallies, but I never do. Yeah, once the thaw out happens, you can. I guess they're a little harder to find, but yeah, I don't know. All the smallmouth guys that I know are normally going for largemouth until its spawning time is over.
It's a thing.
Unless they're in the river. Yeah, river smallies are dumb.
That's how it works.
So, how was your weekend? Let's talk about your greenfish.
We're still not going to. Instead, let's divert a little bit. No, I mean, it's... So...
Skirt!
The thing that we got to keep in mind... We don't have to. I would just recommend to keep it in mind. There's that kind of like... What we fear, when I say we, I'm talking like folks in the general latitude and near the coast, relatively speaking, is that very soon, in the next month or two, mosquitoes come back, humidity comes back, problems come back, issues come back, fights at the gas station come back. Like, there's going to be a lot of variables that will be a reality soon that are currently not there.
Springtime shenanigans.
So it makes a lot of sense. And what I've been trying to do, and will probably continue to do, is to not overthink the techniques as much as consider the characteristics of the body of water. What I mean by that is, like, you know, everybody's going to look at their box of, you know, all their shit. They're going to look at their setups and say, well, what should I be throwing? I would probably say March, April, and most of May, go where you want to go. Like, if you want to get some confidence, you know, a little bit of clear water, some moving water, different types of structure, do it now. Because your time, like, you can spend all day on the water right now, or in the water, and you'll probably be okay.
No, you won't. Not if you're in there.
Look, by the time you get to May, June, at least around here, most everywhere, you're gonna want to. Gonna be you know, somewhere with a cooler and shade by 11 a.m.
And then yelling at the boats, whizzing past you, waving you down.
Freaking, you know, jet skis come out. The recreationals are going to be recreating. It's one of those type of deals where right now is a really good time, and we've said this last time as well, and I think it's even more true now than last month. If you got a new setup for the holidays and you want to get used to it, do it now.
Yep.
If you got some lures that you just bought that you're like, man, I can't wait to try these out, do it now, because you're going to want to have that experience. So when it's time to where you have less time and it's not as comfortable to be out all day, you can focus on the stuff that you got that confidence with, that you're able to feel comfortable with throwing. You know, it's just, there's no sense in stressing out yourself. You know, just go look for something, because I mean, because they are so spread out and they're not all doing the same thing at the same time. You can damn near do a little bit of everything and probably have fun, get bites. It's productive. I mean, obviously, if you're competing, then you do have to prioritize certain things. But I would say most of us are probably not going to be in a competitive kind of mindset. So it makes sense to really just optimize your time, learn some stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you should be able to walk away from a trip in late March, April, and May, and like have some stuff that gets stuck. And like, man, I'm gonna keep that in mind the next time. Really good time for that. Oh my gosh. A lot of the pros are doing their YouTube top 5 baits of whatever, or presentations of the
Oh my goodness.
It's cool if you're interested, right? Like, if you want to get some idea, it's basically commercials. We know this. But at the same time, like, you know, you can get some inspiration, throwing on different gear, trying out new things, trying out new line. I mean, it's just, you know, the opportunities to explore is right now, like absolutely right now. And I really hope folks can take advantage of that. because you're just going to get some opportunities or some experiences in the next 8 to 12 weeks that you can learn some stuff you'll never forget, and that's a good time. People are tired of being cold. They're tired of ice. They're tired of picking off walleyes in 30 feet of water with a minnow on the back of a big head.
Dang wallies. Yeah, that's really good advice.
I like Walters. Don't get me wrong. I'm down with Walters. I got no problem with them. You know what I mean? Like it's like this, but time and place, and we're out. Like we got other things to worry about. We got Jeremy on YouTube.
Hey, what's up, J-Way?
We're all over the place. We're going global. So I'm gonna stop talking because I'm lightheaded. Yes.
I got you. So, taking that information, I wholeheartedly agree. If there was a time to experiment, especially if you're fishing competitively, right now is probably going to be your best time. Is the pregame or preseason time. Segueing from what T's saying, because if you're on the water trying to throw something not confident or not too confident with, and you need a fish, you're going to pick up your confident bait and probably hold that in your hand all day and then regret not using the other bait because somebody who won the tournament is going to tell you they won with the bait and you're like, I had that bait tied on, I didn't use it. So yeah, use that bait now, get used to it, try to catch fish, but more so just understand its mechanics and how you're supposed to use it. Fish catching is a bonus, I will tell you that. Working on your craft and your technique is probably going to be your end game goal. So enjoy that part of it. The process is going to lead to your end goal, but you have to really dig into the process. We had a small waters fishing question. Will Starlink be a game changer in IRL fishing? I think the creation of Starlink, and I'll lead this one. You can step in whenever you want, T. But the Starlink creation and success of it on the the off the grid community, the traveling RV community, and things like that have also stepped up the ISP game for all of these phone companies to the point where we're starting to see a lot more 5G pushed in a lot of areas. A lot more towers are going up, and they're trying to get as much coverage as possible because Starlink is going to probably do better than most of them in a lot of scenarios until you have like a tornado or some type of devastating storm that's cutting off all communication to the satellites. Nonetheless, yeah, Starlink is a game changer in the IRL community in my opinion, by indirectly creating the competition for the money-hungry ISPs to actually step their game up and do better by their customer and service areas.
Also keep in mind, like the amount, like we're in a very niche, small, relatively speaking, a very small segment of folks that want like mobile connectivity.
Yeah.
Like there's nobody going to any of these cellular providers saying we need to have something so we can go out and catch bluegill in 4K. Like that's not going to motivate anybody. But as many more people, like for some reason, I've got theories, but this isn't the arena for that. Like a lot of folks are moving toward trying to broadcast their lives to other people. Like photos are one thing, but now, because video technology is obviously compressed in every mobile device you could think of essentially on the market today, people think that other people want to invest their time in viewing what they're doing. Like if you look at like front page IRL on Twitch or any other live streaming services, it's just dudes and people walking around.
Yep. Just normal day interactions.
It's I'm not. It if you're there, it's there. It's just like that in itself, and seeing how much viewership it's getting and ad money that can get thrown around, and the business of just like watching random people is going to allow it. It's going to benefit us so much. Just compared to where we were like 2 or 3 years ago, right? Like it's just getting so much more, not just accessible, but like there's people that have full like double hotspot encoder setups and multiple cameras, and then you got like cave people like me out there with just a phone, in a Bluetooth speaker.
Cave people.
You don't even need the speaker. I just do that so I don't have to constantly stare at everybody trying to cyberbully me. The point being is, like, you don't have to make it very complicated because we were at a point limited by connectivity.
Nope.
The best setup in the world doesn't mean shit if you can't upload.
Facts.
Now we're at a point where, like, the upload seems much more viable, much more realistic. I mean, unless you're in the mountains, right? Because now you got to deal with the physics of cellular networking and travel through valleys and stuff. But that's there are options
Pumas
for
and
a lot
bears.
of folks. Yes, that too. So it is nice to know that, especially the folks that if you're just trying to do it to have a little fun, because I use Twitch as just like non-additional cost footage storage, cloud storage, right? Like that's really my main purpose at this point.
You see, they put the limiter on it now, right? Have you seen your creator dashboard?
Yeah, I just I mean, anything like VOD wise, I'll just save right after I get home, and then I'll just let things auto delete. So there's no, it doesn't need to be archived unless it's saved. So I mean, there's ways to go about it, right? Like you can't just have days and days of footage, and that's fine, that's great. But you have the opportunity, at least for right now. I mean, it's only going to get more widespread. It's only going to get better. When I say better, I just mean it'll be easier for you to go from, hey, I want to go live and share this or whatever, to than where it's been. The Starlink thing to be determined on how that's going to play. But I mean, you get some opportunities. I mean, it's neat. So, I mean, this conversation will sound a lot different in just next year.
Yeah, I was about to say 1 year. It's only going to take 1 year.
If that. That's good. What I have seen, and you all might have seen it, some of the pros are doing on the boat, just like static camera live streams.
Yeah.
Like Matt Robertson was doing it. Atafo's done it a couple times. Zaldane did it. A couple other folks just have the phone. And they'll just go live, and they'll have somebody at home at the computer handling chat, or they're just letting it run. I mean, that's something that we've never really seen before. I mean, yeah, they have live coverage, don't get me wrong, but that's a production. Like, you're not on the boat. Like, you're seeing dudes, like, fart and piss and eat Slim Jims and stuff, which is depending on what you're into. But the point being is, like, it really, them dudes are out on the water for, like, 8 hours. You get to see, like, 7.5 hours of just, like, head scratching.
Yeah.
Like, all right. You see backlashing and shit. It's like, oh, hell, he did it.
Yeah. They actually look human. And it's pretty cool. Now that you brought that up, that's a very cool perspective now that they're doing it. It's still in its infancy. They really don't know how to, like, capture it at an individual level. But I wholeheartedly believe it's pretty much how we saw the Twitch IRL and fishing slowly grow. I think we're going to start seeing them getting better at how to manage that individual viewpoint, because I mean, at any point in time, like when Zaldane was in Florida and working those fish, that I think he was on a flat that was leading into a spawning flat, and he was looking at them on scope. He should have went back there, grabbed that phone, and said, "Yo, this is what I'm looking at. You guys, look at this. This is crazy." Like, he could have had a beautiful moment if he would have just involved people. Like, it's so new to them that they just think that put a camera back there and it's going to work. We're getting to that point where that's getting stale. But yeah, it's definitely in that place where we're going to see it evolve pretty well. And hopefully next year we'll have a part in it. I was supposed to be talking to a gentleman at Bassmaster last year. I still have his name and number, so we can probably push some things and see if we can start getting more of that kind of view and talk to them and how to make it better for them.
Call him right now. Hell yeah.
I don't think he's going to really like me calling him right now. Let's see. Because I said that statement and I just realized I don't have the same phone. Oh, I still have it. I'm gonna cover this up. Let's see if I can. Oh no, I can't cover everything up. I'm trying.
Okay, so we don't have to call right now. But okay.
So you guys see that Steve Owens. I'm not gonna give out his. Oh, I'm calling him. I'm not gonna give out his information, but you can run that name, and you'll see that he is affiliated with Bassmaster at the moment on their kayak side. So really cool dude. actually got time to sit down with them. So yeah, something that I need to take advantage of and start pushing what we already know and what we already have out there, so that looks good.
We're pioneering the game. Well,
Facts.
I say, but in general, just general people across the country, world for that matter, were able to take a phone. Obviously, it does more than phone stuff, but and that's what it takes.
Yep.
And being able, the live component obviously has things, and we'll probably have a whole discussion on what that looks like. So this is just kind of like just to kind of put it out there, given the state of where we're at. Because I mean, that's kind of where the pro stuff is going on like right now, and these are the highest level of visibility. That doesn't mean the highest level of technical prowess. That doesn't mean the highest level of production geared toward obviously you're not going to make everybody happy. We know this, especially the debate about live sonar has woken the fields of boomers a lot and just kind of caused it's hilarious. It's just so hilarious.
Oh man,
we won't go into it, but I will tell you something that I thought was very interesting from like a sociology perspective. When Scott Martin got disqualified from the Okeechobee event, and the absolute rush, the flood of content creators that went
thirsty
to put a video
thirsty
with the thumbnails and the provocative titles.
Clickbait.
And I was looking at one of them earlier today, and I compared. He's a well-known dude. I won't say the name. It doesn't matter. The point being is, I looked at the past 2 or 3 months of videos, and the one about Scott Martin was in the hundreds of thousands of views, and the next closest one was 30,000. So we're talking exponentially that. People, as much as people say I don't like drama and I wish it wasn't about the drama and the politics, bullshit. If you're a content creator, you want all of the drama, the disqualifications, the sonar debates, the information rule stuff. That's what gets the people going. And from a content creator perspective, like BASS or whoever sees advertisement dollars from drama.
Big
facts.
What
I'm saying? They want people to act like anybody but them gives a shit about how they feel about Scott Martin.
Yep.
I've never met the dude. I don't plan on meeting the dude. I'm not going to sit in front of this webcam and say all my shit about what I think about the rule and all that kind of stuff. But boy, if I can get me a couple dozen or a couple hundred YouTube subscribers, dog, I'm gonna be an expert on that dude. Yeah. I'm gonna be doing a lifetime portrait of dude's first words and shit. I'll be like, well, he had a tricycle when he was 3.5, and he rode the wheels off that bitch just to get disqualified in 2025. I got, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is where we're at.
Yeah, so facts.
If you, as much as somebody's gonna say I don't got time, I don't want to hear about it. The people that make some level of living off of that kind of shit want the debate. They want the live sonar debate because it helps them have a platform. And as long as that's the case, that's what we're going to see. So you got to understand, we're not going to get away from it. You just got to be able to detect it, so you're not bringing all these people you don't know dramas into your day-to-day life. Because, brother, I'm just trying to get a super fluke bite. Can I get an amen?
Man, I'm just trying to get a super fluke fight on Oguchi. That's how he probably got in trouble. That's when he walked into the bait shop and said, I'm trying to get that super fluke bite on Big O. And he said, oh, got to report you, my boy. You got to report you.
One of the NPFL dudes, I just saw the clip, I think it was yesterday. One of the NPFL dudes apparently got disqualified for information rules. He was live on their broadcast, and his roommate for the event was fishing somewhere else, and he asked, this dude was off camera, so it was just from the back of the boat looking at the dude at the front, and he's going around just fishing. He's like, hey, how's so-and-so doing? Is he catching them? And this person, I guess, answered. You couldn't really hear it, and then there you go, disqualified. And that's just like banter. And we know
it's certain. It's certain banter that can get you, but you can't. There's certain things that you can and can't do. But yeah, most definitely. and I'll throw an example because Jayway's on the YouTube chat. We were in Kentucky Lake for our Kentucky Lake National Championship for KBF. At the tackle shop, we already figured out the bait. We have a pattern. We know what we're going to be doing. We know it's solid. We're going to go do it. Tackle shop owner. Oh, so what you guys here for? I was like, I want this crankbait, this color. If you got this one, I'll take it. But if not, do you have any custom colors? So on and so forth. We grab what we needed. We got it. Dude comes in. Literally was like, oh, you guys part of that. I saw them kayaks out there. You guys doing that kayak tournament? You guys doing that kayak? Yeah, it was like, yeah. It was like, you guys catch them? It was like, you know what? We actually got a bite, and these will help us. And I showed him what we had. He was like, I'm a guide out here. Let me tell you what they're biting on. I was like, sir, before you go any further, I cannot take information from you for our tournament. So please refrain. I already know what they're biting. Jeremy can attest. I said, sir, we already know what they're biting. We're on them. We have a rule that states we cannot get information. Verbatim. I kid you not. Verbatim. Looking at me and Jeremy. Fuck that rule. This is what they're biting on. I said, I'm going. I'm going. Yo, we checked out so fast. So fast. My man in my face. Said, fuck that information rule. This is what they're biting on. Oh my god.
His fake mustache.
It was good. Scooby dude.
If you ain't wacky slim some bitch. Golly.
Yo, I kid y'all not. My man looked like he paused, thought about the information I just gave to him. Said, nah, fuck that information rule. I'm going to tell y'all what they biting on.
I'd have told, no. Dude said he was a guide?
He was a guide, T. Like, Kentucky Lake was his jam. This dude said he was bragging, like, before he even talked to us, he's already bragging about the bite that he found with his clients offshore. And I said, okay, cool. That's not going to affect my game. I did hear it, but I'm not fishing offshore. Not going to affect my game. And then when he started conversing with us, I said, fuck. It's going to be, and yeah, it was trouble. It was trouble. That was probably one of the funniest information rule situations I've ever had. Oh, and then on the water, I don't remember where I was, and this was a local tournament? I don't think it was a local tournament. Somebody else was trying to ask for information, and then I told him, hey, not here. Don't do that. But yeah, I can't remember where that happened at. That might have been the national championship in Alabama. That might have been recent. I can't remember, but yeah, it was so funny. It was a really good one.
Okay, yeah. So it's like the morality test, right? Because I mean, generally speaking, I mean, hell, most of the pros have almost contractual agreements to have like social media.
Yeah.
So like they'll post, we're rigging up for, Dick Russell. Here we go. We're gonna get ready, and then somebody's in the comments going like, "Oh, I was busting him on the Whopper Plopper last week." Okay, well, hold on. You know what I mean? Like,
so
it shouldn't have to be that paranoid.
But that right there, that's on a public channel. That's good. That's okay. That's on a public channel.
Oh, so I'll just tell all my people, go on your Instagram page.
Yep, and flood with
real name.
Yep, and flood it.
Just put it. Too fat to kidnap. Said he's on the Whopper Plopper bite or whatever. Or if anything, they need to. I'm waiting for the Pro Tours to come out with their own signature line of earplugs or something like that, so they can just give them out. Because just because somebody says it, if you didn't hear it. Are they going to pull the information rule on Helen Keller and be like, "No, girl, you can't be out there.
You can't be out." Yeah,
you've been hearing too much.
They all have like different rules to them, but going through social media and how people post there, since that can't really be controlled by the actual angler to remove themselves from it and or not to accept it, I think those normally kind of pass. But like when in those specific situations where it's literal dock talk at a shop or between individuals privately or something like that, it can get very, very sticky. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
Yeah. Well, glad I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, right. I want to say, T, you're not dangling for the competition. You dangling for the mind.
For the mind. No, that, and as long as Live Sonar is $4,000 goddamn dollars to get the whole setup, then
dog, it's gonna get cheaper. It's gonna get cheaper.
Well, it'll be cheaper, but I'm already worried about pushing my foot through any one of the storage boxes on the boat. Not really looking about trying to put anything else on, just trying to keep all my limbs generally intact.
Facts.
So it's
Facts.
just a different priority. It's just different priorities,
Facts.
right? So you're going to have, the perspective shifts and the changes, right? But I'm looking. So we're at the 9 o'clock hour, we're transitioning out.
Oh shoot, yeah. Technically, this is like 10 o'clock feel.
Horrible.
My boys would ask me, "Yo, why are you going to sleep so early?" It's like, how are y'all going to sleep so late? It's like it's 11 o'clock, dude. That means it feels like 12. What are y'all doing with your lives?
This shit don't work. But no. So I finally got out. I've been getting some bites. Extremely excited.
Yeah,
we're not skunking it anymore.
Good job, man. Congrats.
I got extradited.
Extradited
from Skunk City.
Yeah, feels
didn't
good.
Have to pay taxes. But no, I mean it just goes to show, and another thing to keep in mind as well, because you're going to have a lot of pressure, especially like if you're talking to guides at the tackle shop. Even if you're not in a competition, people love to brag about what it is they're getting bid on. They love it. It's like people just like get a thrill from it. Right now, again, to kind of the point we were making earlier, like I was out this past weekend, post front, weather kind of sucked a little bit. It wasn't too bad, but post front, so the winds had kind of died down, which is really the reason. Well, that, and I saw the situation from Saturday and was like, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna wait for things to calm down. I got out and I got on like a soft plastics, lazy soft plastics bite. And I'm thinking like, okay, cool. Like I just, I was throwing some of the moving stuff around, and I lost my U-Haul sponsorship because the moving stuff wasn't doing anything. So we were just kind of dropping the plastic on them. And then, so I get home, and I'm kind of, taking it all in and kind of doing the recap in my mind. And I had contact with some other folks locally, and I had known a guy named Rob, real good dude. He either is or at least formerly was on the Hobie Pro team. Like, he's very accomplished, knows a lot about a lot of stuff. So he went out to one of our local spots on the boat, not on his kayak, on a boat. So he had asked me like clarification, and I don't keep secrets usually unless you're my PO. And I told him like, here's what I was using, here's what I was using, or how I was using it. And he said like, everything you just said is the exact opposite of what I was doing. And we're talking like we weren't on the same body of water, but it's basically like the exact same, like,
same situation,
related.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like it's not, it wasn't a completely different scenario. And he's saying like everything I was moving and grooving. Tried plastics, barely got a bite, and I'm just like, I lived and died by the plastics bite. and that's where we're at.
Yeah,
I mean that's where we're at. Now that doesn't mean like the mentality of the fish was different. Like I was, like I'm quite literally like my first bite of the morning. Like there was a maze of sticks and shit just hanging over the water, and then some that had already fell in the water. And I'm just throwing 7-inch power and black and blue flake. Bring it back. Nah, man, that looks too good. Brought it back. Nah, man, that looks too good. Another angle. Brought it back. Ended up getting a bite. I snapped that bitch clean off too. I'll tell you what. Great, just pop, gone. I let it. I put $3 a tackle in my man's snout. The point being is, we just straight out there. Like that's all I could do. Couldn't get anything else to happen. But it could be the dude at the boat ramp that pulls his stuff out of the water right after you that was doing something damn near polar opposite
and just working them.
Good day. So there you go, right? I mean, it's good to have a hunch, but I mean, you just gotta go out and like you can go. Like I went out with somebody that we were fishing literally the exact same spots. And the tree that I caught my first fish on of the trip, he literally said, "Where did you get that off of?" I said, "That tree right there." He said, "You know, the funny thing is, I threw everything I had tied on past that tree and got nothing."
Yep.
So that fish was probably sitting there and had like a fucking chatterbait go by, had a crankbait go by, had a spinnerbait go by, and just like, I ain't got time for it. And then my dumb ass came floating by. Oh shit, I hope one's over here. My busted ass knots, and just put that son of a bitch right there and danced it right on by. My man was like, "Enough of this shit." Scott Martin was here earlier throwing everything in the box at me.
Gotta kill it.
We fitting to put some pressure on it. Next thing you know, he got to meet me.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's one of those kind of deals.
Facts.
Y'all, you just don't know. I mean, you can, even if they're not betting, like, those sit still.
Yeah.
Especially early in the morning when they've been relatively cold all night. So if you get that hunch that there's something going on, like that tree looks too tree-ish, or those sticks look too good, or that boat dock looks too good, put some time on it. You don't need to be running and gunning. You really don't. I mean, you can. But if you don't got live sonar like myself and you just don't know what's going on, man, feel free. Like, if you get that, like, hey, man, there's got to be something. There's got to be something. I don't care
like
what
that.
it is.
PSTO, put some time on it.
Like I basically say, especially around here, we got a lot of tree branches and stuff
We just
like
fell.
that.
I can't spell.
If you break, like if you see a broken tree limb, you got to act like a doctor when the doctor sees a broken limb and put some cast on it. You know what I mean?
Hey, my man's spitting. I love it. I love it. Double wrap it. Cast back at it. To get good at fishing, I just need to get good. Pat, to get good at fishing, you got to put some time on it. Fish around and find out method. I like it.
No, that's what it. Like, you just can't, like, you know, no, there's no. I mean, there's not really a wrong way to do it. I mean, there's a wrong way to go about things, but y'all got to remember, man. You know, and this gets brought up in a lot of chats, incidentally, but like, you know, fish are stupid. They're not idiots. They're stupid. They have a very limited bandwidth of knowledge and information. Who is that?
That's Darren's cousin. He went out fishing. Oh, let me see. I'm gonna get a better picture. That's D Money's his cousin, his little cousin. He went out to go fish that pattern that I fell off the boat doing, and he caught himself a 7-pounder on the same lake, out the same ramp, today. Today.
Dang.
He asked me this weekend. He was like, "Yo, which lake is better?" I was like, "Go to Tillery." I didn't tell him where I flipped at. I didn't give him any information of, you know, all the information that somebody would have needed. And he hit me up. I was like, "Where'd you go?" He was like, "I went to Tillery." He was like, "What ramp?" Lily Bridge. I was like, "Man, go check that steep bank. See if any of my stuff washed up." Haven't gotten a message back. Haven't gotten a message back. None of my stuff washed up. But that 7-pounder.
Yeah.
But that 7-pounder was caught. He was throwing the crank, and I guess he was throwing the worm. I think he caught her on a dot. But yeah, definitely. Everybody, and me and him don't fish the same. He fishes very fast, so if he caught her, he was probably wiggling it real fast in front of her.
That's what. Hey, no, get it while you can. I mean, we tell them. You just, you know, life ain't a buffet. You got to get it while you can. Like, that's just all there is to it. And the fish don't, you know, there's enough of them, especially if you're in a good enough, you know, body of water. There could be 300 of them in a cove.
Yep.
And there might be 7 that are going to chase what you're doing, but if that's what it takes, brother, then that's what we're doing. Absolutely.
Oh man. If you lost all your chatterbaits, I know a guy too that get you fixed up. No, I'm good. 7-pounder today. There you go. Yeah, he caught a 7-pounder today.
March 12th.
On the 12th. To be exact.
What's that time?
7.14. Oh, dang! He almost caught an 8-pounder.
It's
No.
basically 8.
No. Yeah, it's almost an 8. Yeah, damn near an 8. Yeah, 2 ounces off.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have peed on myself, but I'd have seen that fish and said, "You're an 8."
Yeah. You're an ape. Let's go. T is on it. If that went over your head, it wasn't meant for you. It wasn't meant for you.
Leave it there. Anything you're excited about throwing in the next couple weeks?
Chatterbaits.
That's where it's at?
Chatterbaits. I'm super excited.
You said that last time.
I'm so excited for Chatterbait season, dog. I'm so excited. Yeah, so I'm really excited to just throw a Chatterbait again. I haven't thrown a Chatterbait, like keeping a Chatterbait tied on for a while. I had one tied on for this tournament, praying, but the wind was so bad that I said, well, spinnerbait time. So spinnerbait came on. But I'm thoroughly looking forward to the Chatterbait and getting better with the shaky head. Just making sure I keep that thing locked in and working it as best as I can for how I like to throw baits. Those are my checks in the those are my two baits that I'm looking forward to. What about yourself?
I'll show you. Where is my banjo? No, okay.
The banjo.
No, I mean, well, we got the bladed jigs. I kind of want to get like the jigs, like jigs.
You looking for like an Arky style, or are you talking about football?
Probably Arky. I mean, here's one that I made.
Yeah, the one that you made is that's dangerous, sir. That is very clean.
It's got the what is this? This is a Z-Man turbo crawls. Arky style, weedless. And I'll tell y'all something interesting. I find it interesting. Y'all might not, but whatever. I'm not convinced that. I don't think that there is a natural, sustaining, organic, non-artificial population of crawfish, crawdads, whatever you call them, mud bugs. I don't give a shit what you call them, but you know what I'm talking about. I have never, I'm talking never, I'm not saying a long time ago, I'm saying never. Like, you know, you catch a fish and it's still got a parts of a meal in its mouth, like a piece of shad, or like a pincher from like a crawdad sticking up out of its gullet, but he still ate your jig. You know what I'm talking about? That has never happened. I have never seen a piece of crawfish on the shore.
No.
I have never seen one just hanging out near a fish. I've never seen a bird like flying around with a piece of crawfish hanging out, because we got seagulls, we got crows, we got the geese, we got all that stuff. I have never ever seen a crawfish just hanging out at most of the places I go.
Yeah.
There are some places that have like, you know, intracoastal waterway spots that literally just have like fucking crabs. Like literally just dead ass crabs. Versus like crawfish. But just because of that doesn't mean that like you throw something that, you know, jig, I mean, jigs look like whatever, but like, you know, that's supposed to imitate a crawfish. Like that's what it is, right? Like it's supposed to do that. We don't know what they think it is, but that's the whole premise of why we're doing it. So like you're throwing lipless crankbaits out and they have crawfish. That's the fucking pattern. It's a crawfish pattern. Like that is what you are essentially imitating. I don't see them. And it's weird because that isn't enough to just make us say, well, maybe we shouldn't throw them. Like I've seen more fish eat French fries from fast food restaurants than I've seen them eat like crawfish. But I don't have a French fry crankbait, you know what I mean? Like it's just not a thing. So I mean, there you know, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it, and what Luke the Fed saying is true. Like it's more instinctual than it is like, oh shit, like I ate that yesterday. That's my favorite thing to eat.
Call them Luke the Fed. No, Dangl'l.
And one of the things too, like especially this time of year, like your methylates,
bruh, I can't wait.
Bubblegum pinks and stuff. Like I got some I got bubblegum pink, zoom, trick worms. I got flukes. Like, there is nothing in our waters, and probably most of our people's waters that are listening. There ain't no damn pink shad. There's no merthiolate, crawfish. Like, it just doesn't happen. It's not a thing. Y'all have seen those fuzzy dice lures that are starting to become popular? What the hell is that supposed to be? You know what I mean?
They down there eating.
It's one of those
dandelion dust. That's all that's supposed to look like. It's supposed to look like some.
Like, literally, the fish are trying to catch an hallucinogenic experience. Seeing some of these things in the water, they're like, I have no idea what that is.
Yep.
But I feel like I can probably trip balls off of it. Let's go eat it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the mentality. Like, it's basically like a bunch of 15-year-old dudes at the lunch table at high school. Like, hey, guess who's found this at home? Let's go try it out after lunch or whatever. Like, that is the same mentality as a lot of these fish. They just don't care. They just know they don't want whatever it is to exist anymore.
Yep.
So, like, there's a big push. One of the big marketing plans that you'll have is like, this lure is really ideal for heavily pressured bodies of water.
Easily so.
You see it everywhere.
Easy so.
You'll see it everywhere. ICAST is coming up. Count how many times that a new lure says that this is going to be great on pressured water.
Pressured water all day. Pressured water fishing.
The whole idea is they're selling you on this concept that they don't see this very often.
Yep, that is facts. Thank you, T.
It's going to be attractive to them. So you're going to see 27 original chatterbaits that dudes bought at Walmart the morning of go right by the same laydown. But when you throw the Harry Dice 3000 Tokyo rigged
V2
on 3 snap swivels, like, that's like you're about to catch a PB. Sure, right? Like, that's just what it is. But the point, I guess, where we're coming from is like, holy crap! Like, the amount of, like, how many plastic manufacturers have, like, and I think we've talked about this, like, freaking, like, green pumpkin red flake, green pumpkin purple flake, green pumpkin black flake, green pumpkin half, and then the other half is black and red flake.
Yeah, laminate.
What the hell are we doing? Holy shit. So, yeah, so, I mean, that's just, so what are you going to throw? Like, sure, I think, and it comes down to each individual person, their style. So, like, Alex, he's saying right now, okay, we're going to chatterbait, but there's going to be 40 other people the same weekend throwing probably almost the identical lure. What's going to make them bite yours and not the 20 ones they saw before, and maybe the 20 ones they're going to see afterwards?
Yeah.
Well, do you think you got it like that, or is there something that you do different, or do you change something to make it look different or feel different to them than everybody else's, or do you just hope for the best?
Ignorant. How can I say it? Ignorant confidence that I'm doing it better than everybody else.
There it is.
Yeah, there's always a sense of, yeah, I'm doing it differently because I'm catching these fish. Yeah, it's just the ignorant confidence.
I mean, there's a fine line between confidence and Mike Long. So
no, there is not a fine line. There is a straight line and a treble hook between Mike Long and catching fish.
All right, so it's so when I say, like, what we're excited about, like, I'm gonna be throwing, like, plastics. Like, I'm coming back to the Texas rig, because the Texas rig, everybody knows it. Everybody's gonna learn it eventually. If you hang around long enough, you're gonna tie one on. And I stayed away from it for a while just because it is what I threw for so long, almost exclusively. I'm coming back to it, trying different hooks out, trying different weights out. Right now, I think top 3. Let me ask you this: top 3 Texas rig lures. What would you say?
Ugh.
I've never heard of the
Breezy says, "Hey,
the dog. You're putting a dog. Hey, that dog is absolutely concerned about every single thing that's going on right now." There
good
we
girl. Go. Hey, Breezy Breeze. Well, baits I'm throwing on a T rig right now.
Top 3 in any order.
Any order? Cinco. I'm joking. Shoot. Cinco definitely is going to be one. The D-Bomb or can replace with the Rage Bug. Those two go interchangeable with me. Actually, all three. So Bandito, D-Bomb, and Rage Craw all can go in the same category as that creature bait that I'm going to throw. Those are only three that I really, really trust as a creature bait. And then after that, I would say a Lizard. Any brand. Really enjoy throwing a Lizard on T-Rig.
Did the most controversial topic, arguably.
Don't
weight pegged?
Yeah, I knew it.
Not pegged.
I knew it. Pegged.
Why?
I can watch it on scope easier. It falls in the speed that I like it to. If it gets weird, like say for instance, like I'm doing that and I'm throwing it, and it's not working as well as I want it to, yeah, I'll let it drop weightless. But for the most part, yeah. Oh, Steph, I forgot all about the dang Texarkana rig, a Ned rig, little bang stick. Dang, I might have to take one back because I was doing that too on a super lightweight. I'll peg that one and I'll throw that on a really light wire, medium-sized hook, and that works really well for pressure fish. It's almost like throwing a Texas rig Ned rig, but nonetheless, I'm staying with my three: the Lizard, the Creature, and in a Cinco. But pegged, I have more control of it, and I hate slow falling baits. Just how I fish. So normally I'll bet my cast land on the fish. I drag it, give it a couple of hops, and then get bit, and then move on rather than the throw it parallel to the bank and then lift up, wait, lift up, wait, set. I'll rather just get those two lifts in and then go 45 instead of going parallel to the bank. So pegged.
Wide gap, extra wide gap, or offset?
Wide gap. If I'm throwing strictly a T-rig, just a wide gap. That's fine. I started using worm hooks when I was doing the floating worm technique, going back to your methylate worming. But for Texas rig, I'll switch out those baits too fast. And sometimes, well, I forgot what bait it was, but it was too much plastic and it was on that worm hook, and I was getting consistent bites, but I could never get through the meat of the plastic, and it just swapped me to go into EWG. The like super extra wide gaps, I can't do that unless I'm throwing like a big swim bait on them, and it got to be a thick hook. Need to trick 5 of them per tournament. Sorry, old comment got pulled away before I could say it. Here you go. What about you? What we going to do for creature baits? Are you going to be using the speed crawl this year? Is it going to be the
number one creature bait? I got it right here. Hold on. And it's not well known, but I'm about to put some secrets out into the world.
Oh, be careful, T.
It's all right. I'm not sponsored, so whatever. So Texas rig, generally speaking, a ribbon tail worm of some kind has to be on the menu.
Wow.
So, 7-inch power worm, 7-inch power worm, 7-inch power worm. That's going to be on the menu. Also on the menu.
At that point, you might as well Carolina rig it.
Hell no. I don't. Zoom Ultra Vibe Speed Worm, not crawl.
Sorry.
Speed Worm.
Uh-huh.
Probably. Nobody asked. And I mentioned this on a stream that if I could only have one soft plastic lure forever, but I can have as many as I want and in any color I want, Zoom Ultra Vibe Speed Worm would be the one.
Really?
It can do everything that you would need.
Facts.
You can literally throw it weightless as a top water. If you get it up, that tail will bubble trail.
Yep. It claps.
It'll do all that. You can put a weight on it. It's a Texas rig, Carolina rig, pre-rig, all that kind of stuff. You can pull the tail off, stick bait.
Facts.
Wacky rig, anything you want to do. You can cut it in half, 2 Ned worms. As it breaks, you can continue to use it for different things. It's the most versatile thing. But creature bait, I want to say creature bait, but like crawfish, whatever you want to call it. Other than the Ultra Vibe Speed Crawl is up there. Strike King, the Rage Scound Bug. Scound Bug is good.
Yeah, Scound Bug is good.
I like the Scound Bug. But does anybody know who makes this? Does anybody know what this is or who makes this? I'm gonna tell you. But look at this.
got the little Bulby boys.
Got the little knuckle dragon going on. Anybody know what this is? I'm gonna tell you. I found this, I think about 4 years ago. And I've got at least 4 colors. I'll give you a hint. Don't tell Scott Martin.
Got that XPS now.
So this is the Bass Pro. It's not going to focus. It's called the Bomb Crawl. B-O-M-B.
There you go.
Bomb Crawl. This is obviously the candy bug, but I've got it. They've got it in most all your standard colors. And this is essentially just like a June bug. The Bomb Crawl, which was the collaboration with Mr. Ott Defoe, is one of. It's very not known, well known. You can obviously get them from Bass Pro. They're not that expensive, all things considered. They often go on sale any holiday. I don't know what it is about it, because it kind of looks dumb. It gets bit. That's all there is to it.
It gets bit.
There's no rhyme or reason, but if you just put on you just throw it on a regular old Texas rig, and you throw it near anything that just is in the water, a log, a stick, a shopping cart, just put it in the water, bounce it around. It looks good on a jig. Carts. It'll look good as a trailer. I've used it as a trailer, but I feel like it kind of negates, because it's got those ribs on it, kind of like a D-bomb. When you throw it as a trailer, it kind of negates some of that quality to it, because you really can't tell. It'll hold on to those little air bubbles and stuff. But if you're looking for a new Texas rig plastic in 2025, Bass Pro Bomb Crawl. If you go on the Bass Pro website right now and you go to the Bomb Crawl, on the page, you will see a review from me. There's like 3 reviews. One of them's me.
Hey!
3 years ago. And it's one of the jokes I used with the Beetle Spin, where I had said, they should package these with a pillow, because everybody's just been sleeping on these forever.
Facts.
And I'm telling you, so it's there. Go find it. They have to have it online, because they're the only ones that are making it. If they discontinued it, I'm probably going to have to go find Jay Morris himself. I'm going to twist his old man wrist right behind his back and start jacking that shit right up his shoulder blade, saying, brother, if you don't get that thing back on production, I'm going to call Scott Martin. So it's one of those deals. Like, that's a great thing. I got to stop talking about it. But yeah, the EPS Bomb Crawl, Power Worm, and Ultra Vibe Speed Worm.
Those are. I like it.
Every time.
I like it. I like it. I don't know if I can. Yeah, nah. Maybe when I know they're done with the bedding, I'll probably throw it. But yeah, I'll wait.
Try them out. Everybody try them out. Go try them out. That's all. At some point.
I like it. I like that. That's a good. That sounds like a good bait to go and grab.
Like, it's got just enough shit going on, but it's not overbearing. You know what I mean? Like, it's not down there fucking, like, Irish jig dancing and shit. Like, that's great. Don't get me wrong. Like, everybody says all the tantalizing action, but I don't know about y'all, but sometimes I don't want all that drama. And I feel like the fish don't want all that drama either. You coming down here hitting all this shit, like when you're walking through the mall and the dude at the kiosk that doesn't speak English very well, but he has enough, comes up to you, tries to sell you some shit you don't need. He's fucking too much.
But then
way too much.
But then when you smell that Auntie Anne's and you see that lady sitting there, or that Cinnabon just sitting there, and you were like, damn, let me go get one of those. Didn't even have to sell it to you. Didn't even have to come out there and work you down. No shakedown, just an easy grab.
Ain't asking you how your day's been, just like, fuck you want. What you want?
Oh, okay.
How many you want?
There you go.
All right, go sit your ass down. We'll get it to you. That's it. It's the same. It just hits, and it does a little bit of this, and that's all. It's not theatrics. It's definitely not a whole production. Like, it's a thing.
That's the thing. Facts.
I'm putting you all on some stuff. That's the thing. So we do that. We're at 9:32 Eastern time. Anything we forgot, or do we turn it over to the people?
I mean, I think we hit everything. Definitely, we can toss it over to everybody in here. Let me unpin. There we go. So, I mean, going forward, we got 2 weeks for the next episode, like we always do at the end of every episode, leading into the 10 o'clock time. If you guys got any questions that you want to see or talk about in the next episode, let us know. Also, what do we have? The Discord channel. Let me see if that works. Yeah, we still got that. If you guys join that, you can always ask your questions there. Post your fishing pictures. Talk to T or myself. However, whichever. You got to go upload the bug up on the Discord so people can go find it. Go show them your link. I'm not your link. Go show.
It may not be there anymore. So maybe this is too little, too late. Because now I'm gonna cry. For real. I'm about to have a hard night.
Dang. But yeah, I think for the next episode, it's probably going to just be a recap because I won't be fishing. What will you be doing in 2 weeks? I'm grounded.
Nah, man, you can beat the banks still, right?
I don't know if she'll let me. I'll ask her. I probably can beat the banks. I could probably run some banks.
You gonna wear the chin hook? Wear your Chinook and just beat the banks.
Oh, I got 2 Chinooks now.
You got 2 Chinooks?
Yeah, hold on. Let me go get the other one. Hold on, baby. Watch out. Oh. I got a new one.
Oh, dang.
It's their older model.
Red Dead Redemption stuff. Okay.
Yeah, it was their older model. When I was doing the safety seminar, it's called the Chinook Zoya. But yeah, it's like the old model and doesn't have the pockets on the front. But
no crappy pockets.
Yeah, no crappy pockets. And they had it on sale. It was half off. I got that thing for like $35.
Dang.
Yeah, got a Chinook for $35.
I'd have been walking out with a couple of them, just flip them on Facebook Marketplace for real.
I can't call them a Chinook. I got the Zoya. Yeah, but yeah, really good. Nice little secondary one for if somebody needs to get on the other one and doesn't need crappy pockets.
No, I need the crappy. That's just me.
Yeah,
not everybody does, and that's fine.
You revolutionized that one. You definitely revolutionized that one. Thoroughly impressed. Holds a whole ass crappy.
That thing smell like. Smell like a motherfucker. If it's summertime, don't be putting no crappies in your pockets unless you got plans to clean it down later. Let me tell you. Game warden said, "Oh, I see you got 22 on you." I said, "Yep." Open up the pocket, 23. I ain't going to jail. He don't know. Falling out like
he don't know. He don't know that 23rd when I got close to the chest. I ain't going to jail.
Dang.
I'm joking. I will never do that.
Pet. I brought my pet out today.
I wouldn't do that.
I ain't catching.
That conversation with a game warden would go horrible.
That was the second time I was denied bond. Anyway.
Second time. Oh yeah, Pat caught bird poop on his way out. He even messaged me about it. He said, "Dude, I was leaving and I got shot on." I was like, "Damn, I forgot all about that." Pat,
at a wedding when you're walking, but like instead of throwing rice, they're throwing feces at you.
Yeah, and catch the little white poop from the sky. All
I
right.
get the slingshot out.
With all that happened Saturday, you still managed a top 10. Yeah, I still got 10. I still came in 10th. I still came in 10th.
Yeah, so we're gonna this weekend coming up. There's a big old storm system. Y'all probably paying attention, but the folks in like the south, southeast, we got a bunch of storms rolling through Friday through Saturday into Sunday. So all my folks down like in that Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, even up to like Indiana, like all the Dixie area. Y'all need to keep an eye out on this weather situation because it's gonna get funky for a lot of people. So obviously you need to maintain that. We're talking like lots of wind, lots of rain. Some, you don't want the clouds to start dancing on the ground, but if you can get out, especially with some of the barometric stuff going on, y'all know when storms come in. Sometimes the fish will get fired up like crazy.
That bite go ham.
They go get fed, fed up. I'm talking like dog balls fed. I'm not talking about that fed. I'm talking about fed. I'm talking about they get put the meat in.
Not dog balls fed. But
it's one of those type of things.
Shots fired again.
If you can get out and enjoy it, great. But if things are spinning and you got thunder and lightning and all the things that come along with that, don't risk it for that biscuit.
Yeah, facts.
It's not worth it.
Facts.
But
definitely be safe on the water. If I can bank it, I'll probably bank it. I'll probably go over to the good old what did they call it? I forgot what they called it. Yeah, I forgot what they called it. But yeah, I'll probably head over there and go fish that spot.
I'll be there too.
No, you won't. Don't do that. You're not taking over my spots.
I don't know. You might need a spotter for a while. Your spot spotter for a little while until we get you right back where you need to be.
I gotta. Julian said I gotta use the.
Julian said get them out.
Outriggers. Yeah, nah, man. I need that room. I need that room for space and opportunities. So if I have to ejectocito again, I ain't hitting no outrigger.
Dang.
Ejectocito, cuz.
I hope there's folks that get that reference. Otherwise,
there
goes the rating.
Yeah. I didn't see any questions, man. I think we smooth sailing.
There ain't no way. All right, so I'll put this out then for the sake of having it. I'm gonna tell y'all what I want to say people local. We're at a very, very opportune time. Not quite there. We're almost there. But by the time we get to next, so 2 weeks from today is going to be the 26th, it looks like.
Yep.
The goal is between now and then, it may not be immediate, but by then, we're going to be in a very precarious time of year where a certain thing enters the lineup.
Is that a buzzer?
A very particular thing is going to enter the lineup. For a lot of us.
It is, yeah.
A lot of us.
Clink, 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 clink.
We gon' gentlemen, ladies, folks. The egg beaters are gonna be entering the lineup because if you know it, you know it, and you got rid of me, so I don't want the people to see me. That's fine.
I'm sorry.
Because I'm flicking them off. No, I'm back. Okay.
I'm flicking them off.
This thing right here, people think topwater, they think summer. They think early morning summer, they think late night summer, even overnight summer. But once that water hits right around 50 degrees in freedom units, up until it gets around 60 degrees in freedom units, these things right here, you might as well, if you don't have blood pressure issues, great. If you do have blood pressure issues, take a little extra. Just a little. Not too much, just a little. Because on the right day, usually if there's a little bit of wind, you just need a little bit. You don't need a lot. You don't want a hailstorm. You don't want crazy stuff, but just a little bit of wind in that shallow water, right around the 2 foot, 3, 4, at most 5. If you got one of these right here, I ask you to throw it, and I want you to throw it. I'm pleading with you to throw it.
They ain't ready for that,
because you're not. So I'm gonna put some truth in it. You're not gonna clear the lake. You're not gonna clear the lake. You're not gonna get Scott Martin bite numbers. You're just not. But the ones that will bite it, the ones that do bite it, they're gonna be pissed. They're gonna be angry. They're gonna be downright ornery. And you're gonna have a lot of fun. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, they don't hit it like they're not gonna hit the splash. You know, where you see like the fish in the Amazon that you got some dude throwing like orange braid and he's catching catfish bigger than him. No, it's not gonna be like that. They're gonna come up and it's gonna look like somebody flushed the toilet. Like, if you ever stare at a toilet when you're flushing it and you're watching the brown trout circle before they go down and it's got that little circle on it, you know, a little bit of it, a little Coriolis effect. That's what they do. They flush the turlet on a buzz in March and April. And it's one of the greatest things you can do with your pants on. I'm just saying. So try your best. If you can, just try. Don't commit to it. I'm not saying don't bring nothing else out. But when you can get the pre-spawn, when you can get some of that going in the pre-spawn, so that's what I'm going to try to do. So between now and next time we're here, I'm going to try to get some footage.
Oof, I like it.
But there's a window. There's a window. Once they're sitting up on beds, they're not going to touch it.
Facts.
But when they're looking for a spot to set up and they're trying to get rid of any potential threat in the area, that's what it is. Like, they don't want anything going on. They want to have their spot, their safety, and they don't want some commotion. So if you start throwing that up in there, it's straight instincts, right? I'm not talking Jay Timberlake and instincts. I'm talking instincts.
Oof.
And you can cry me a river if you forget about the bite. But I'm telling you right now.
What?
If you don't want to go buzz baiting with me, I'm gonna say bye. 'Cause I'm out. You know what I'm saying? It's happening.
Well said. Oh my goodness. Segueing from that, if you are throwing it and you're catching dinks, that means the males are there. Back it up a couple of yards, wherever you think. If it was like a Buc-ee's, a Wawa's, or a Sheetz, like that little checkpoint, you're probably throwing it at the males. If you're looking for the bigger girls, they're probably coming. So just back it up a couple stops at the nearest weight station that looks like, it's holding some good ones. That's not that area, like the point or a little cut that has a flat. Throw it there. You'll probably be surprised there too. T, that was a
follow up, Lord. Have a follow up. If they short strike it,
what you throwing?
2 things. Throw your follow up, and if they keep short striking it, change your color.
I like it.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna bring 2 colors. I'm gonna tie on a white one or a chartreuse. Short strike it more than once. Black one. That's all you gotta do. You don't even have to do that. But if you're throwing a dark one and they're short striking, pick up a light one. Vice versa. Don't waste time, because if they're going after it, you already know that you got their attention for whatever reason. They might be clued into a different whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, just switch it up. That's all you got to do.
Like it.
Don't do extra shit. Don't put trailer hooks on it. Don't start Tom Cruise magic in it. Just go ahead and switch up color, tie it on real quick, make it happen.
I like it. On that note, everybody, I thank y'all for coming in and watching episode 6. We'll see you guys in probably 2 weeks. So the 26th, that'll be the day before I head out to South Carolina. We can talk about that. T might be on the water. Alex might be on the water. If Alex is not on the water, Alex is walking around some water. And we'll catch up, man. I really appreciate y'all coming out, watching. Thank y'all all so much for the support from last week in shenanigans. Yeah, I really appreciate Twitch. I'll say that. I'll say that here, and I'll probably say it again. But I thank y'all. Y'all definitely had a part of my safety for sure. You guys definitely came in clutch. I'm proud of y'all. So y'all have a great rest of week, and yeah, talk to y'all later. Uh-oh. You're in Virginia. What are you doing? Now you're repping Michigan? Oh, there you go. Just do the VA thing, dude. Just.
I don't rep this bitch.
Oh,
I just live
damn.
here.
Or do the, I don't know, how do you, VBs?
I don't even want to. I can't. I don't. I'm scared to even try that. So
Yeah, let's not do that one. YouTube, y'all got the extra sauce on that.